Yes, good people. It's Sunday. Sunday fun day, and Sunday, Scratcho we live. Scratcho we live. And today we got a great one. We got a great one today. We got Rwanda's captain, the captain himself, Aristide. And he's gonna be joining here the stream shortly. He's gonna be joining here. I'm gonna try to get him back. Try to get him back. I'm gonna try to get him back. He was here. He was on here, so I'm super excited. We're gonna be talking about with Aristide Mugabe. Man, this guy right here, he's one of the most decorated players in the history of Rwanda basketball, even in East and Central Africa, man. Yeah. One of the most decorated players. I'm just trying to get him back on here. He's back. He's back. Man, Capitan, welcome to the show, man. What's good, my brother?
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. You're awesome, man. I appreciate you taking your time and to be with us here, man, and to talk to us, man. Just want to tell you thank you. I know you had a game. Uh,
Mm.
I know we are talking about it, and things I've learned today. So so if it's not a deciding game, a basketball game can end in a tie, right, Aristide?
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yesterday APR played against Reg, so the game ended on a tie. It was a tie game, and because just their first game of the league, so it's okay to end up in a tie. But if it was maybe for the second round, where they need to know who will be number one in their pool, so that would be going overtime.
Yeah, man, that's some I learned again. I looked it up and I learned and I touched base with you and you gave me that inside look. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But you learn every
Yeah,
day, man.
yeah, it doesn't stop. We keep learning. We also learn it. The FIBA rules keep changing. We keep updating ourselves, so it doesn't stop.
Yeah. So I appreciate that knowledge, man. I keep that knowledge coming. You are on the game more than I am. But man, talking about the game,
Yeah.
we gotta talk about your journey, man. Like it's I read about comments for you and people. How does it make you feel, man, when people talk about like most decorated player in the history of the game in Rwanda and just a great one of the greatest icon sportsmen in Rwanda, man. Like, how do you feel when people talk to you about that, man?
I mean, I feel blessed. Uh, when we started this, it wasn't a guarantee that I'll be on this level. So I'm blessed to be on this level, and something I can take for granted. Um, so eh, maybe you don't even remember me, but we met some years back in Burundi in Zone 5.
No, I know. I remember. I remember the team. We beat you in the
Yeah,
semifinals. I remember the team. I
yeah.
remember the team. With what's his name? The guy who played for
CSK.
CSK. No, but the guy he plays for. He was playing for Rio Grande, the big man. He was playing in the
Oh,
states for Rio Grande College. You're a big man. He was
oh,
playing there.
yeah. Dan Kimasa.
Yes. So I met him. We had gone to play them, and I met him, and I said, "Hey, you don't remember me? I played against you, but you guys are a good team, though. You're just
Yeah,
young, but you guys are a good
yeah.
team."
We had a young team, but it was good. It was a long journey and it's still going. But I'm grateful. I'm thankful for what I've achieved and looking for achieving some more. Yeah.
Yeah, but we before we go in this conversation, we gotta talk about BAL. BAL, you guys and how you guys were able to host that tournament and everything. So first of all, let's walk. Like, what did it take for you guys to play in a game? Like, how many times were you tested? What like all that stuff? Like, what did it take for you guys to play a game?
Man, it was uh, a long preps. So we had like maybe almost 1 month before the tournament, before we start the bubble for the tournament. So we also have to be in the camp for the whole team to be together. So to minimize the risk to get COVID. So and then we had to make sure we get tested 8 times for CPR test. So
Man,
you had to have all the eight had to be negative. Then we go to the bubble. To the bubble, you test before you get in the camp. Uh, then after 24 hours, if you negative, then you enter the bubble. The bubble you had to quarantine for 3 days. So
wow.
after after 3 days, you have and then once you get in the bubble, you have to test every day PCR test until the tournament ends. So
Wow.
that's 30 times.
Man.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you
and
guys had it. Go ahead.
yeah, and after 3 days of quarantine, you had 2 days of individual training. Three basketball, three men, three coaches. Then you go by groups. Like each person had like 30 minutes on the court, 30 minutes off the court. So you just make two groups, like three, 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 so that everyone can touch the ball for skills and for a few minutes. Then do some cardio, whatever, lifting weight a little bit. Then after
Yes.
2 days, that's when we had our first scrimmage, like first full team practice. Then after 2 days of full team practice, then a scrimmage, like two, like scrimmage, like against any other team in the bubble. So we had two games for scrimmage. Then uh, then after 2 days or three, then games started.
Man, that's a lot of testing. That's a lot of testing. But you guys,
Yeah.
so the big thing that the big thing of the tournament was obviously you guys were playing, and you had J. Cole on your team. That, there was different opinions about what should have happened. No, he should have not played or this. How was it with him on the team? And I was reading somebody excited, looking forward to playing with him, and how was that experience to the team, man?
It was a good experience having someone who has achieved a lot more in a outside world, like in a rap game.
Yeah.
For us, was like it's something we never thought about it before. So
Yes.
having him wanting play a pro basketball, so it was excitement, and the guy has been training for that for years, man.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, some people don't even know how the story went for Jekyll to come to play.
Yeah, no, I
But
know.
the
A lot of
guy,
people don't.
yeah, the guy has been training for a year, maybe a lot more. Um, training 5 days a week or 6 days a week, at least 2 hours per day. He had some serious skills trainer, the guys that have been coaching some NBA guys. So he has been putting in work, but yeah, but at the end of the day, people we have something to say about what decision you make for your team. But I think for us it was it was a right decision. We believe in our management. It was a good decision in a basketball wise and a business wise.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. You
Yeah.
nailed that right. That's to me. It's what it is. You can't go wrong with that. But you guys were playing amazing basketball, man. But again, you have a new coach, and all that. How did that
Mm.
all play up to how you guys played, man? Because I know you changed your coaches. I think it was almost like I think a month before the tournament and all that, and you guys have been playing really well.
Yeah, it wasn't that easy to be honest, but we had teams that have multiple guys that are experienced, that have been coached with different coaches like so many times. So it was easy to adjust for some old guys, like experienced guys. So we
Yeah.
had to pull the youngest in the team to adjust. It doesn't get easy when you change coaches in that short notice in a month.
Yes.
Yeah, but when we want to grow as basketball players, we have to learn to do things different.
On the fly. You gotta learn how to be
Yeah,
adapt on the fly. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just in a short notice, you just need uh, to get how to. You have to figure out how to do things like in a very short notice.
Yes, and for you, and obviously you guys had a great tournament. Obviously, not the results you guys expected, but
Mm.
for you, what were some of the biggest lessons when you watch when you watch Zamalek, the top three teams? You watch Zamalek, you watch team from Angola, and you know those teams. What were the biggest lessons you took away from what it takes to play at that level? Like, to be a team like Zamalek. They've been around for years, man. Like they've been
Mm.
winning. I'm not just being talking about being around. They've been having that winning culture for years.
Mm. I mean, I would say it takes everything. Yeah, I mean, I I think we were maybe us and maybe the Madagascar team were the youngest team in the league.
Oh yes, yes, no doubt. Those other
Yeah,
teams were
because
not veterans.
yeah,
Yes,
like yeah, they've been in the game maybe from 1928, 1980. So you can't compare in a basketball length. You can compare the team that was made in 2014,
yes,
2015
yes,
with the team that have been in here for decades. So
yes,
they have. I think that they went through what we are going through now. Like so, it needs a patience. It need to to have a process and trust the process. Go through winning and losing, but having a very big vision, like prepare for the future, not like you prepare winning tomorrow, but you have to prepare. If you want to win tomorrow, you have to prepare that, like maybe a year before.
yes,
So we just learn how to do things before the time, like not on the time, before the time. So it needs like consistency. You have to keep doing things in the right way, but for every day, like being consistent on doing that. Like you have to learn how to be a pro. You have to be professional on what you're doing. Like it needs like everything. Like so, a lot of commitment goes with it. Sacrifices financially. You have to be stable. So you have to create ways to be stable financially, and also the culture.
yeah,
Like winning that doesn't mean like you have to win every game, but you have to play the game with the same mindset like every day. Yeah, like it was a lot we learned, but those teams have been doing the things in the right way, and then for a very long time.
yeah, yeah. I know that, and so for you, for example, you watching like point guards like Hodges, for example. Like what do you think stood out for you? Like like when you assess your skills and you look at Hodges, what do you say? Okay, I see where he's a. I see the difference, or I see the similarities. What were some of those things you were able to point out? Be like, man, when you see another player, there's always things you can learn from them. Especially like, Africa, we're not very well known for our point guard skills, but we're coming up and we're really working hard on that. So, what are some of those things when you look at Hodges? You're like, okay, I'm on the right path. I'm doing the same. I'm doing the right things.
I mean, I'd say the only difference will be the speed.
Okay.
Yeah, the speed doesn't mean like how fast you run or dribble the ball, but the speed I'm talking about is how quick he will be doing things. If a passing, cutting to the basketball, like quick reaction, like the court vision, like all the reaction, like the speed will be the difference.
Yes.
But for me, I believe like the IQ is there for me. Like I can still match with all those great point guards, but that little speed difference will make the difference, and it make a very big difference. And also the difference between the competition I play in a local league and the competition they play in a pro basketball league.
Yes.
Because like here I go against, maybe we have like 4 best team in our local league. On the other side, some guys are likely to go with maybe 8 best teams. Like you go in a battle like every single night, every Friday, maybe once in a week, or you know. So
Yes.
it will sharpen you more than the guy who will play maybe play like 1 best team in a month, then another one in another 2 weeks, like that. So that would be the difference for me. But the work ethic, I think, will be quite the same. Like I work hard as they work hard, and also like handles and all the touches, I have them. But those small details that will make the difference.
Yeah, and I think from my perspective, when I look at something like that, like for me, when I played, the first ever big tournament I played was Afro
Mm.
basketball. That was the biggest tournament I ever played in, and I think after
Yeah.
that I left that tournament. I went to the tournament and I was 6'6" playing the 5 and the 4, and
Mm.
there was a guy from Senegal who was 6'8" playing the 2. So
Yeah.
I was like, man, if he's playing the 2 and he's 6'8", I'm 6'6", and
Six.
so
Yeah.
that changed my mindset of how I approach the game and
Mm.
how I develop my career. But like
Mm.
when I look at tournaments like this is always a tournament where it's a turning point. It's a turning
Yeah.
point for our league, for players,
Mm.
because you go to a tournament like that and you see players, and then it's like, wow, that player, he's bigger than me, he's faster than me. What do I need to do? You come up with ways. I think
Mm.
in that aspect, I think BAL was great for our African basketball and just where we want to
Yeah.
head in the right direction.
Hmm. Yeah, I think it was so good that we hosted in for Rwanda, that like it will give like an idea to, of course, not even in Rwanda, but East Africa was watching, like all Africa, but
Yes,
especially for us, it was big for us because we were representing Rwanda in the East Africa as well. So our young Rwandese players, East African players, they had a chance to see what they really need to do to elevate their game.
yeah, and also your team, your team in preparation of Afro basketball, you had your pieces there, so that's a good warm up for Afro basketball.
Yeah.
And let's talk about, just you guys are hosting every tournament. What do you think you guys are doing well that other countries in Zone 5 are not doing, man? Like, you're hosting the women's qualifiers too. It's in Rwanda, I think next month, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Next month.
Next month. Yeah, like what do you think
Yeah.
you guys are doing good? Because even your league right now, you guys have been able to continue with your league Whereas even like Uganda, the league stopped. Kenya, we had started. We are just trying to start back up. What do you think is making you guys successful in running these leagues and being able to host a tournament of these calibers?
I think right now, yeah, the difference will be how the government is setting themselves to control the pandemic effects, like how we can be protective on COVID. So I think we tried hard to, like, as Rwanda, to contain the COVID. So the spread and all the safety protocols are being in a place, and the people are trying to follow. And also, the government is supporting that we can host the game in a bubble, and people feel safe here to come and play the game, be being safe, like even if the pandemic is still here. But uh, I think the safety is the key, and also having this beautiful arena is also another
Yeah,
key. We
yeah,
can look up. Uh, uh, yeah, I think I think the last time you played in Rwanda, we had the small stadium.
yeah, yeah. I gotta come and see the new one. I gotta come and see the new one, man. I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to.
you should come. Yeah,
Yeah.
because the small one is not even the half of Nyayo Stadium. So the, that's the old one was too small, and we couldn't host like big tournament where we need like uh, more people to come in support their teams. And now we have a big arena that can host 10,000 people.
Yes.
Yeah, so and, having the that safety of the people who will come in, and also like we are trying uh, to elevate the game so that maybe we can be in top teams in Africa. So it's better to host at home. Have your home crowd and supporting. So we're just trying to do things in the right way. But I wouldn't like. We just thank that the government is supporting everything.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's great. I know the gym was built what in like almost a year. 1 year the gym was done.
Yeah, yeah.
It took
It was built in 6 months.
6 months. Yeah, and it's one of the greatest gyms. I think now it's ranked one of the greatest gyms now in Africa. I believe so.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
but when you talk about skill and all that, and just the nature of how we play basketball in maybe zone 5. I'll talk about zone 5. I have more idea of zone 5. Like for example, you have your job and then you have to leave your job and then come and work out. How do you even manage to juggle these two and still have a time to work out and play at a high level? There is a difference between juggling the two and playing at a mediocre level. But now, how do you able like it does happen, and unfortunately, that's the
Yeah,
biggest
yeah, yeah.
thing. Is like
Mm.
you have to go to work. You leave work at 3 o'clock. You have to be at the gym by 5 o'clock. And you end up just training enough to be a mediocre player.
Yeah,
Because you're not. But for you, you have been able to play at a high level consistently, national team, club. Like, what are some of the things you do that other players also can they can learn and pick up and be like, man, that's a good routine. Because like I read everything I read about you is like every player is talking like players like Wilson, every talk about your discipline, your dedication, your leadership. So what are some of the things you do to just to make you play a high level, man?
I mean, like you have it's a lot of sacrifices you have to make. First of all, you have to sacrifice your time, your free time. Uh, excuse me.
You're
Yeah,
good.
you have to sacrifice like your free time for basketball. Uh, like uh, the only thing will make you a great player for years is your individual workouts. So for the team, you have maybe 2 hours for everyone.
Yeah,
So
not enough reps.
yeah, so that 1 hour or 2 hours you can do by yourself. That will make you extra player. Uh, cause you know, like coming in the game, you know your weaknesses, your strength. You know what you have to work on, and what you need to do to be on another level. So for me, I think I had to forget about other stuff like partying, going out, like um, attending all the parties, wedding. Like most of the time, uh, so if it wasn't like uh, it was like before it was like I wake up in the morning like 6. Um, okay, for like the routine keep changing because of the maybe the time I have and what I have to do. But my routine was like 6 in the morning. I'll be on the court. I had some court like I can train by myself for 1 hour with the basketball and everything. And then evening I will go with the team practice.
Yeah,
So of course you have to sleep early that you can have enough sleep so you can wake up early in the morning. And
it's tough,
so
tough.
yeah, after I finished school, um, I was lucky to get a job, and so the routine changed. So because I thought that time maybe my skill set was good, so I have to stay fit at the highest level.
Yeah,
So a few days I will just do fitness, maybe 3 days a week. 2 days I will just work on my handles, shooting, all the drills, like skill set.
yeah. You
But
know,
then, but then these few days I had uh, to play with my fitness, weight. Once you hit the 30s, you start you gain weight. Yeah, I'm
metabolism
trying to be
slows
honest.
down, man.
Yeah, you start getting so you just need to do something that like can you still be you run your strength, your conditioning, like so you need to keep working hard, like maybe at least 1 hour you do cardio, you run. Sometimes I just hit the bike for go to the road maybe for 1 hour, like just to keep myself fit, that I can stay play. Not as I was playing maybe in 20s, but at least now I can use more brain than strength.
Got more skills, the skill set, man.
Yeah,
The skill set,
yeah,
the
skill
tricks in the
set, and
bag,
yeah, you just play with like a veteran. You don't have to
the
use
bag.
you have a lot of tricks in the bag, so you just go with it. But you have to stay fit. That you can defend, you can do some dirty work.
Yeah, but hey, your point got here. Someone saying bonjour here, man. Somebody saying bonjour, PG. You know, all I can say
Bonjour
is we.
Samba. Yeah, shout out to Samba. Is one of the Wazim, my friend, on heads.
Yeah,
I think that my fellow basketball from Kenya. I have some Kenyan blood.
oh
Not
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
real
yeah.
blood, but I've been in Kenya, so I have that connection. I have a lot of people that, but Samba is one of the best point that I've met in ladies category. Like
No,
I know
no,
Samba for years, and I've been following her. So shout out to Samba and other Kenyans bowlers.
I know you talked about the Kenyan connection, man. I know you talk about the Kenyan. We have to talk about how do you even end up in Laser Hill? How do you even end up in Laser Hill, man? Like,
I think someone said to me like he said like respect basketball because like basketball will take you somewhere you would never be.
yes,
Um, so so when I was in high school, well, you know it's like high school tournament in East Africa. It's called
Eastern Central. Yes.
yeah. So I was playing for my school. We were champions in Rwanda in 2008. So we met we met we met we met Barcelona in semis.
Yes.
Now I think we were in the same group with Lesser Hill. So we played them uh, in a group stage. Then we met Marceno in semis, and then we played Lesser Hill in the third place. I think. Yeah. So the story was after we met Marceno and Lesser Hill. So Lesser Hill management and Marceno were impressed.
Okay.
Yeah, but Lesser Hill he had a very good chance because they had something to show. Like we are international school. We have this and this. Can you come and try out and everything? So I was young. I was afraid to just leave the country and you know go in Kenya and in a new country. I don't know anybody in Kenya. But because let's say he had a Burundian player, I think you know Bruce the
Yeah,
Kumana.
Bruce.
Yes,
Yes, Bruce, man.
yeah.
One of
So
the one of the man. Bruce
the
is
best.
tough, tough,
Yeah.
tough, tough. Yeah.
So making up, I met Bruce. I saw the name. I was like, maybe he's Rwandese or Burundian. So we talked. He was like, "Yeah, man, you can join. It's a very good school and everything." So they gave me contact and we just stayed in touch. After some months, uh, I just said like, "Wow, why can I try it out and see?"
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how I ended up in Lezaire.
Yeah, power of sports. You find yourself in places where you never thought about it. And we've been
Yeah,
blessed, man. I tell
yeah,
people, we've
for
been
sure.
blessed, doing what we do because of bouncing a basketball. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't, it doesn't get easier than that. Like I tell people
Mm,
all the time, man. Like, if it was for, it was not for basketball, I'm not the person I am today because again of bouncing a
mm,
basketball. But
yeah.
so for you, like for me, I know there was no option. I played other sports. Did you play other sports growing up, or what made you just decide basketball is the route for you?
I grew up playing soccer, football.
Yeah.
So maybe so getting in the high school, that's where I started uh, uh, seeing basketball courts and was like, oh, let me try this. Like out of curiosity. So I said like, let me try to bounce the ball and try to score. So as a kid, you just you'll be like, oh, that's wow.
Yeah.
It will be different, and you like to experience something new. Then that's how I started basketball. But maybe some 3 years later, I just said I can't keep up with playing football and basketball. Then I just stopped football, then went with basketball. Then here I am.
When I was growing up, like again, I started playing basketball late. The same thing, you get to high school, there's a basketball court.
Mm.
In your neighborhood,
Yeah.
there's none, and that happens to
Hmm.
all of us. In Africa, most of it looks like
Yeah.
everywhere the same story.
Yeah. Same
People.
story, man.
But I had people who were like when I started playing basketball again, there were some guys I looked at and I was like, yeah, I want to play like him. I want to. That's what I want to do. Like like, and then in the NBA, it was Scottie Pippen. Did you have any
Mm,
guys that you tried to model your game around, or who inspired? Who you were like, man, I want to play like him, and man, he makes me want to play basketball.
mm. I think when I grew up, it was Iverson and Kobe Bryant.
Man, yeah,
Yeah. So Iverson was like, so I was impressed, like see the little guy playing like that in a very strong against the tall guys and very strong. So I was like, mm-hmm, that's my guy. And then Kobe Bryant was someone spectacular. So he was different.
yeah, ultimate, man, ultimate
Yeah,
competitor, ultimate
yeah.
competitor. Doesn't get better than that. So
Mm,
for you, man, like, 8 league titles in the last 9 years, man. Like, what's next for you? Like, in the league, like, what are some of the things that keep you going? Like, like, what's the motive? Where do you get the motivation? You've won 8 times, man. You've won Zone 5 MVP. You played at Afro basketball. Now you play at BL. What keeps you going? Like, why wake up every day and put yourself through what you do?
mm. I mean, for the love of the game, man. And I think basketball has done enough for me that I have to respect that and then give it back. And also, I have too many people showing me love every day. People that show you, like they count on you and they believe in you. They still want you to play the game the right way. You're doing it, and also like uh, man, I would say like I'm blessed to play the game I love, and so if God keep me blessing me with this strength and with the ability to play the game, why should I stop? Of course, I won't play for forever because even 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 the best players in the world retired, but as still as I can, the like my body keep can allow me uh, play the game. I will still play, but I still want to win more titles, more individual awards. But most of the time, is a team that means a lot to me because like there's no winning player. It's just winning team, and then you be recognized as a winner. If your team can't win, so you won't be anything. You will be
Yes.
just a player. So I'm blessed to be a part of winning teams, Espoir and now in the Patriots. So I wouldn't do it alone. I'm blessed that I've been with some fighters through those years, and I keep playing with the same spirit guys, and I keep bringing the same mentality to the game every day. Yeah, and I want to set the standard for myself and for everyone who is looking up to me. You never know who is watching, so I have to do it for myself and for everyone who love what I do.
You say something big there. You're being touted as one of the greatest inspirations in your country, man. Like, when you go about your business and everything you do you feel that weight? Do you feel like, what the pressure like? Like, I gotta be on my, A game all the time. You can't have your guard down. You gotta be at the best all the time.
Mm. Yeah, I know. I think it would be disrespectful if you today you play at your highest level, tomorrow you be playing like shit, you know.
Yeah.
So like for myself, I believe like every day has to be. I have to do something special, even if it can be recognized. But yeah, I will have something to that I will be proud of. I will be proud of myself. Like at the end of the game. So I have to bring my A game every single night, every single game. That at the end of the game, I'll be happy about myself and what I do. Because uh, it's not all the time about the fans and whoever we appreciate you, but you have to make yourself proud. You have to make yourself happy. Even if you winning or losing, but you have to bring like your spirit and your A game every day.
Yeah, you especially someone playing at the high level. That's great. There's great satisfaction when you do something at the highest level
Mm.
and you left. It doesn't matter when win or lose. I know people. I think it's
Yeah.
easier said than done, but win or lose, I think when you are putting in the work and you have left everything on the floor, I think it's always
Mm.
easy to take the loss. But when
Yeah.
when you don't
Mm.
play your best and you're like, man, we should have worked out that day. We should have, when you have those regrets, I
Yeah.
think that's when a loss becomes very tough for you. If you were to be
Yeah.
given a contract, man, and you are told, man, you have one day, you have one day, man, you can play for any team, any league, and anywhere in the world you want to. You have a 1 day contract. Which team and which country do you play for, man?
Oh man, that's a tough one.
No, you 1 day, you have a 1 day contract. You can play for any team, NBA, Euro League, whatever you want to play for 1 day. And which league would it be and where and why?
Of course, NBA because the toughest, the top league. That's
Yes.
the best in the world. The team, man,
We gotta know
that
which
would be
team you
hard to
like
decide.
today.
Mm. Um, man, that's a tough one, but I think maybe I will go with damn, what should I go with? Clippers.
Clippers, a Clipper fan,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I'm not a Clipper fan, but I think uh, like they have like I love Kawhi, so and I will go with that because I wouldn't. Brooklyn now is you know I also love KD, but
Yeah,
I don't like the way they play.
yeah.
Maybe I
It's a
say
different.
Clippers. If it's not Clippers, maybe I'll go with Suns right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Mm.
Sounds like it's a good choice. But I think Clippers
Mm.
gonna take him down. But I think sounds a good choice. I think Clippers are more. I
Yeah, I
just have a
think I will
feeling.
go with Suns. Mm.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
mm.
But like you've been around the game in zone five and you see us rising and everything. So where do you think we're lagging when you watch when you watch the Angolas and the Tunisians, man, and when you watch where do you think zone five? Remove Egypt from that equation. Where do you think the other
Mm.
zone five countries we are lagging, and why do you think we are that behind on competing and not competing at their level for that long?
Uh, I think we have never set a structure that whereby we can raise our talent. Because like you will see what maybe 5 years like the league is growing, but after that 5 years you won't see anyone.
Yes.
You won't see anyone coming up, and also so we have playing like Rwanda, Uganda, like all the East Africa countries. There's no young league like those under maybe under 20 league where kids can just start competing when they are young.
Yes.
So you just start competing on the highest level where you don't even know what means to win the game.
Yes.
You'll be just playing around. You don't know what takes to win the game. So all the other teams they start competing when they are very young. Like so they know the discipline to win the game. They know what it takes to win the game. They know what it takes to follow all the details, basketball details, and that's what we're lacking. So then we don't have like a very good structure that we can raise the young talents, we can detect talent and raise them so that we can have maybe 20 good players in the same country. So those 20 good players, they'll be in different teams. Then the competition will be tough. So now, like you have a generation where you have like maybe five good players. So five good players competing with low talented players, it won't help.
Yeah, it doesn't help. Yes.
Mm.
So as we're coming down to wind up, man, who are some of those players you watched at BOL and you were like, man, I love how he played, or I love how he played, man. Who are those some of those players who stood out for you? Might be even players on your team, man. I love how Evie played. Bush, I love them. I love how they work hard,
Mm.
man. I like that.
Of course, even if I play with the same team with this guy for a very long time, uh, I also always say like I have much respect for Kenny Gasana.
Oh yeah,
Someone
yeah.
I've been playing with him since 2009, but his game never fades. So he's my big brother, and I respect him. I love to watch him playing, and then I love to play against him, beside him, like playing one, and Kenny play two or three. Man, it's something we miss when I retire.
Yeah,
And
it's crazy of a
also,
vet now.
yeah. So other players, I would say. Carlos Moraes is one of the best
Yeah.
African best players.
Mm.
Um, I would say yes. The Zamalek point guard is also my friend Diabate. I think you know Diabate from Ivory Coast.
Yes, yes, yes. Tough
Yeah,
dude, man. Tough dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and my man Kabongo Honore from DRC played for Maputo. Um, yeah, there's a lot of good players, and Omar Abada from Tunisia was playing for Monastir. They're a very
I'm
good
still.
point guard.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. There's too many to mention, but let me take those one.
Yeah, I know that there's a lot, but I mean, it's just good to have a bearing on who players that you can watch and learn. It's always good to have those players you follow and you look at what they're
Mm,
doing and okay, I see where you are, I see where I am, I know what I need to do. So, uh,
mm.
but when you look at the style of play, when you look at style of play, when you watch EuroLeague, you watch the NBA, and then you watch our style of play. What are some of the things that you think we don't do well? Like, what are some of the things you think we don't do well when you compare like EuroLeague or European leagues and our leagues in Africa? What do you think we don't do well? Or when you watch people who are playing like in the EuroLeague come back and play in tournaments in Africa, what do you think those players do well that we don't do well?
I think we don't train well. Yeah, see, w- I think some Europeans and let's talk about Europeans first. European are the very skilled and disciplined in terms of playing.
Yes.
So I think coming US they just add strength, athleticism on the highest level, but for skill set and they're playing with discipline and they're playing as a team. European are the best, right?
Yes. Yes.
But and then they start they all okay Europeans and US they start teaching basketball on a very young age. So in Africa we just start playing when I would say when it's late, like you 15, 16. That's why when you start playing basketball, and yet you don't even get a very good coach that can give you all the best basics and fundamentals of the game. So it will be hard to compete with someone who have been doing the same thing a thousand times from maybe from 6 years old. Then you're going to start doing that when you're 16. That's
Yeah.
that's a difference of 10 years.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because like the kid will be started working on the handles when he was 6. So then you're going to do the same thing when you're 16. So
You can't even have tight handles, man. If we lose, man,
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah. So for him, we get on 16 years old, will be like the dribbling, shooting the ball well. It will be in his DNA.
Yes.
So he knows how to approach the game, to approach the all the preps and the training. So that's the difference. He doesn't start like when you start competing on the highest level. It starts when you're young.
Yeah.
So that's the only difference I can say.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because again, most of us we start playing when you're 15, when you go to high school, and I think that time
Yeah,
is too
that's
late.
what I'm talking about. It's too late.
It's too late because you
Mm.
can't. Someone who's 6 and has been dribbling the ball for 9 more years than you is
Yeah,
skill set
it's
wise.
already in the DNA.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think to me the
Mm.
thing which stands out the most all the time is skill set, man. Like
Yeah.
I think when we play, we don't really work on our skill set. Like as your bag of trick or whatever you want to call it. I think we
Mm.
have a very one dimensional, or you find players with 2 dimensions, and that's about it. They have one, two moves, and they're fast, athletic, so that gets you by. But when you get someone who's equal talented or athletic ability gifted, you gotta have
Mm.
some you gotta have some moves, man. You gotta have some moves. You gotta be able to shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a big thing I notice about. But again, we are blessed, man. We are long, athletic. We can run for days.
Yeah, that's something that can serve us every day. Like, because we African are born athletic. Most
Yes.
of the guys from Africa, that's how you just catch up in all the competition. But when you get someone who have the same athletic abilities with the same as you, then has the skill set, you can't match up.
Oh, it's hard. It's hard, man. We are
Yeah.
about to wind down, man. So from your journey, and there's someone else watching this video today. What are some of the lessons you've learned along your way, or some of the things you've used along your way to help someone else? It doesn't matter if they're playing sports, it doesn't matter business, whatever they're doing, but they can say, "Man, I got this nugget from Aristide, and this is what he said." What are some of those things you can share with someone else who wants to be successful in whatever they are doing?
Uh, I don't know what to say right now, but one thing I would say to, I think for the sportman, I think maybe it also goes with in a normal life, but you don't stop learning. Like all the time, you just get something new, you learn something new that it can help you to do and to master your craft. And also, nothing comes easy. You have to earn it. You have to put in work every single day and stay consistent. And also, you have to have the discipline. For me, the discipline, it doesn't say you can't drink, you can't do this, but if you have to train every day, whatever you do in your social life, but don't miss any training.
It
So
can't
it's
interfere with
like,
your training. What you're saying is
yeah,
it cannot interfere with your training.
like nothing would come between you and your training,
Yes.
because like you can't win a game without training. And when you're training, it means like when I talk about training, I talk about serious training, because you just have to expect more than what you train for.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you just have the discipline to do what you have to do to achieve something. Then you have to set your targets. Like maybe it won't like for 5 years target, but at least have something to achieve at the end of the day, and then commit to that thing. Like work on that, and uh, like ha- like love the hustle and the pain in the process of achieving that, because you'll be happy when you achieve what you have set.
Yeah. When you started your journey, did you have any goals? Did you have something you said, I need to do this, and right now you have checked it off your box? One thing you have, did you have a goal, and is there something you've checked off? Like, yeah, been there, done that.
I think when I started just like as a kid. I didn't have a goal, but arriving in the league, I was uh, like all the best players we had in the league were not Rwandese. Many of them were not Rwandese,
Yes.
from Congo, Kenya. So I was jealous. Like I was like, why can't I be among the best? So I had my Burundian friends, like they were shining. Like everyone was like every single player. Something that was making me mad every time. So coming in the league, no one knew me. They didn't know where I'm come from. So they just saw like a young kid playing for Espoir, and then everyone was saying like maybe he's from Burundi, maybe he's Congolese, maybe he's from. So no one could. Yeah, I felt offended that time, because like I was like, so does it mean like no one just can play like a good basketball, like
Yeah.
because they thought like every good basketball player is from Burundi, or maybe is from Congo. So I was like, then what is this? So
Yes.
I wanted to show like people that like also Rwandese can compete, from the very young age, and that was something I wanted, and also I wanted to represent where I come from, like my neighborhood, my hometown, city, like giving hope to the kids that looking up to me, that if he can do that, we also can do that.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
think
sir.
that, yeah, and when you start establishing yourself in the league, the something that comes in your mind, I have to represent the country, and I've done that, and I think we keep maybe doing that anytime I get a chance to be called up for the national team.
Man, yes, sir. It's been a great career. It's been nice catching up with you, man. I appreciate you taking your time to do this. I know
Yeah.
your time schedules and everything, and you had a game today,
Mm.
so I don't take that lightly. I do really appreciate you taking your time to do this, because I know you had a game and then you're running around. So thank you, sir, for
Yeah,
taking your time to do this.
yeah, I appreciate, man. How could I say no to you, to the legend?
Man, yeah, appreciate the kind words, man. That's many years ago. We've had some good battles. We've had some good
Yeah.
battles, man. We have some good battles, but unfortunately, you're still a bit younger. I had more few tricks then.
No, man. Yeah, but I think that's what made me maybe throughout my career, because I had a chance to compete with the best men. That time I was young, so I was competing with the grown-ass men. So I had the chance to compete against you, against KCB team, the other very strong
Yeah,
team,
yeah, yeah.
uh, against some what was the teams from Uganda? Miracle,
Miracle and
Falcons.
Falcons.
Yeah, so I had a chance to compete with the Omoni Steve,
Yes, Yes. The
Bleak,
great Omonji.
Bleak,
Yeah.
yeah. So Bleak,
Bleak. Yes.
the clip you were with the same team, you know,
Yes.
all the good players. So I had the chance to compete against them when I was young. So I knew like I would watch them playing, and then when I play against you guys, I was like, ah. So I still have a long way to go. I have to work on to work out on this and this. So uh, I think it kind of sharpened me.
Yeah, Daniel, man, we're still waiting for those clips from Burundi, man. We're still waiting for those, Daniel.
I'm not sure if we will get them, but if we can get them, man, that would be awesome.
I think that's one of the best, I think, tournaments, Eastern Central tournament I've been to. Just the way
Yeah,
it was, and the crowd and everything that happened. I think that's
yeah.
one of the best
You know,
Eastern Central.
Burundi is a basketball country. They love basketball.
Oh
That
yes,
time they had very good teams,
yes,
Runani and New Star.
New Star.
So they had, yeah, it was a very good competition. I think that for me also is one of the best. But because I was young, I didn't feel, well, because we lost, and you get kicked with your big brothers. It doesn't feel good.
Yeah, it's a learning process, as you said. It's a learning process. But I'll not
Yeah.
take your time, man. Appreciate it. Thank
Mm.
you. I'll catch up with you at Afro Basket. I'll catch up with you and see how you guys are doing.
Yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate. It was an honor for me to be on your show, and man, this is good. I think we just have a lot of story to tell to our young generation from every corner of the East African. So thank you for your initiative, and yeah, man, we respect.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. We have stories to tell. Like we gotta share all of them. We gotta share all our
Yeah,
stories,
man.
man. Yes, sir. All right, thank you. Have a good night. I appreciate you. There we have it from the captain himself, man. Patriots captain. Man, this man, 8 league titles. He's done it all. So that's gonna be my time until next week. Appreciate everybody who start with us and watch the show. Till next week. Stay safe. Be blessed.